Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is...
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. On first down, McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Winston. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go, go, go. Kill.
On second down now, McFarland. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball.
Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston, open man is Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Check. Hey, let's give it to Perkins. Sponge. No. Read, triple team. Crotch. Sonic.
From the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help.
And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Bryant has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston, and it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive starts with a completion left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They go draw play. This is Samuels. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 36, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Wilson. It's complete. Stills. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's... The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved both they recuperate. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From the red zone now, Winston. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
He'll find Metcalf. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wilson will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
First down, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, Winston. This pass complete to Higgins. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Check. 53. Let's go. 53 is mine. Hey, here we go. Showing it. Showing it. 53 is the mic. 50. Here we go.
Winston now from the 50. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, Winston. Open man is Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught by Bryant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their...
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On third down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, throw left side to Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the delay, here's Carson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing, Winston. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the team...
And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Stills bringing it in. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan.
And it's hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2nd and 5 now. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting them.
And that's caught inside the 35. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He was true on his first. This, a tough one from 49 yards away. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner.